Alrighty, welcome everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the show. We are Capital Group. We are focused mostly on fundraising and private equity for venture capital. So both venture capital fundraising, a little bit of private equity fundraising. So this week we're going to cover some venture capital news, a few articles here. So in summary about us, we are building out a platform in addition to our existing database to streamline the fundraising process for anybody and everybody that wishes to carry out a fundraise. We're in the process of architecting that right now. We want to be a little bit more fine-tuned and narrow in our search parameters, so we're mostly focused on either Web3 and blockchain or agriculture and aquaculture and agri-food tech, which really does cover quite a vast area already. So let's jump into our first article and have some fun. So specifically, Zepto raises 340 million at 5 billion valuation as India's quick commerce market heats up. So it says here that the Indian instant delivery startup Zepto has finalized a $340 million round that values it at now $5 billion, which is up from $3.6 billion in June, which is just 2 months ago, and $1.4 billion last August, which is 12 months ago. So as the startup races to win market share in India's contested quick commerce market. So we have General Catalyst and Mars Growth Capital are co-leading the Series G round. Wow, Series G. Amazing. Which will be closed within a few days. Sources familiar with the deal told TechCrunch. The round values Zepto, which delivers everything from grocery to electronics in minutes, at a $4.6 billion pre-money, which comes to about $5 billion after the investment, according to a term sheet seen by TechCrunch. With this new round, Zepto has raised nearly $1 billion in fresh funding this year. The startup has been on a tear lately, competing with Blinkit, owned by Zomato, and Swiggy's Instamart in India's burgeoning quick commerce market, which is beginning to chip away market share from traditional e-commerce giants like Amazon. So, Zepto is on track to generate more than $1.5 billion in annualized sales. A source familiar with the matter told TechCrunch. Blinkit is currently on track to see about $2 billion in annualized sales this year, according to its parent company Zomato's quarterly results statement. Zepto declined to comment. So retail is a $1.1 trillion market in India, but much of it is unorganized and served by small family-owned businesses that run corner shops, okay? So Reliance Retail, which operates the nation's largest retail chain, is valued at about $100 billion. This is why anytime a new model shows semblance of traction in India, retail investors greatly reward it. Interesting. So, Indian news outlet Economic Times first reported Mars Growth's involvement in Zepto's new round. The information earlier reported that General Catalyst was in talks with Zepto. So, quick commerce services like Zepto are used widely in urban India, and they manage to fulfill orders quickly by using numerous discrete warehouses known as dark stores. By strategically locating these facilities within a few miles of high-demand residential and commercial areas, they can fulfill orders within minutes. The strong traction enjoyed by quick commerce firms in India, a $4 trillion economy, has surprised investors and analysts across the world because many similar business models have failed in other more developed markets like the US or Europe. Getter shuts its quick commerce operations in the US, the UK, and Europe earlier this year. Yes, we have an article on our YouTube about that, specifically Getter scaling back all the way to Turkey. They were in many markets, and now they're not. So this rapid expansion has also caught some established e-commerce players off guard, with analysts suggesting that companies like Amazon have been slow to adapt to changing consumer habits in India. Okay, quick commerce companies are altogether on track to generate revenue of $4.5 billion to $5 billion in India this year, compared to Amazon India's $18 billion, according to estimates by brokerage firm JM Financial. So Amazon has been operating in India for about 10 years and has invested more than $7 billion in its e-commerce business in the country. So market analysts feel Amazon hasn't been strategic enough in India. Founders, whether it's deep insiders Zomato, Aid at Zepto, or Vid at Meesho, or the team at Flipkart, have out-executed the management team of Amazon. So Bernstein analyst Rahul Malhotra told TechCrunch earlier this month, Flipkart recently launched its quick commerce offering in parts of Bangalore. So Zepto is planning to expand its network of dark stores to over 700 by March of next year. Interesting. So the startup, which also counts Nexus, Lightspeed, Avra, and Stepso among its backers, said in June that its revenue has increased 140% compared with a year earlier. It said at the time that it works with more than 50,000 delivery partners and is adding more than 5,000 delivery partners each month. So in June, Zepto said about 75% of its dark stores were EBITDA positive as of May. And EBITDA is an interesting way of doing accounting. Some people don't like it. Some people make fun of it. Okay. So improved efficiency and scale mean that a dark store that previously took 23 months to achieve profitability now reaches that milestone in 6 months, the startup said at the time. Interesting. So, Zepto currently operates in large Indian cities and plans to expand to a few smaller cities in the coming months. So according to Goldman Sachs, the total addressable market in the grocery and non-grocery market, non-grocery categories for quick e-commerce companies in the top 40-50 Indian cities is about 150 billion. So it's interesting to see that Goldman Sachs is now doing market research. They're usually not in that. Okay, now let's move on to article number 2. But in summary, you guys can see here from former rounds, it was very good to see here the 4 companies. We have Nexus, Lightspeed, Avra, and Stepstone, right? Those were investors. And then at the way top here, the headline for Series G. Series G, my friends, is General Catalyst and Mars Growth Capital. Now, moving on to article number 2. Article number 2, it says, Finnish company Collo gets 5 million euros to optimize food and beverage industry. So, Tampere, Finland-based Collo, a tech company offering IoT analyzers for optimizing industrial liquid processes, announced a growth funding of 5 million. The round was co-led by Swedish SEB Green Tech Venture Capital, SEB Bank, and then Dutch deep tech investor FORWARD.one, and joined by an existing investor, Danish deep tech investor Scale Capital. So, Collo's unique analyzer can quickly characterize any type of liquid. It offers food and beverage companies continuous real-time measurement, enabling them to control and optimize their production flows better, saving raw materials and water, and reducing carbon dioxide and waste production. For example, based in Collo's market research and estimates, the annual losses of raw milk for a typical mid-sized dairy plant can be up to 8 million liters due to the lack of inline process control. With Collo's analyzer, such dairies can significantly reduce these losses while saving up to 11 million kilos of carbon dioxide emissions and 35 million liters of clean water. That's good. The recent growth funding of 5 million euros will enable Collo to expand its solution globally. Okay, that's quite a large step. So the global food and beverage industry is going through a significant transformation driven by climate change, rising demands for sustainable operations, and increasing environmental regulations. So major market leaders have established strategic priorities to cut emissions by half by 2030 and reach net zero by 2050, said Matti Järveläinen, co-founder and CEO of Collo. Right, our solution supports the entire industry in becoming more sustainable and efficient. With the backing of new funding, we are well prepared to establish a strong presence in global markets. Alrighty. So, seems like a franchise model, because if they're either going to have a hardware play or a software play, and they need strategic partners. So, Collo's uniqueness lies in its sensor analytics and machine learning capabilities. The sensor is compatible with any liquid in the plant, replacing the need for multiple traditional sensors. Furthermore, its analytics and machine learning capabilities provide actionable insights for plant management as opposed to mere measurement data. This allows operators in the food and beverage industry to manage processes without having to maintain sensors or interpret raw data. All savings are realized through process optimization using existing infrastructure. Amazing. So any processing company can implement Collo analyzers to bring their plants to the IoT era. Wonderful. And make their processes sustainable without a need for large investments in new production lines. Unbelievable. All right. Now we get it. Collo's current customers include global food and beverage companies such as dairy giants Fonterra, Danone, and Valio, while Collo's solution has found a strong product market fit in minimizing product losses in product pushouts. The technology has also proven beneficial in other food and beverage applications such as clean-in-place CIP process optimization or fermentation process optimization, which is the basis of many Food 2.0 products. Yes. So it is more critical than ever for process plants to invest in technology that help cut emissions and conserve water fast. Collo offers laboratory-level technology precision in a cost-effective format. enabling any processing industry plant to achieve this. Major global industry players are already trusting Collo's solution in process optimization. We are very excited to support the team in their next growth phase, added Miko Humo, investment manager at SEB Greentech. All right, so let's add Miko on LinkedIn. The analyzer Collo has developed is truly groundbreaking. We are impressed by Madi and his team and are thrilled to join them in their journey to become a leader in liquid analytics. Yes, said Reimer Schmink, managing partner at FORWARD.one. Alrighty, here we go, folks. Time for press release number 3. We got Adamo Foods raises £2 million to bring ultra-realistic steak alternative to the market. So, food tech startup Adamo Foods has closed 2.5 million US, which is £2 million, seed funding round to back its mission to introduce the first ultra-realistic beef steak alternative made from fungi. So that was let's see here, from the funding side. Let's see here. There's only 2 folks. It would be Future Planet Capital and Joyful Ventures. So Future Planet Capital is based in the UK, and Joyful Ventures is actually, I think, out in California. All right, we got to go now to our next article here, which would be Kiwi grocery shopping insights app Menu Aid rebrands as Appetise after swallowing, New Zealand $4 million pre-Series A. Alrighty, so we have co-founders Elise and Toby Hilliam. Okay, New Zealand meal planning and grocery shopping app Menu Aid has rebranded to Appetise. The raise was backed by Kiwi VC Icehouse Ventures and OIF in Australia. So as part of the rebrand, Appetise consumer app is moving to a free model, cutting its $4 weekly subscription, while the data captured will be monetized on the B2B side as a marketing insights platform for the food and beverage industry. So the meal planning app offers custom recipe recommendations and a simple process to order groceries through the platform. More than 50,000 Kiwis and Australians use it, and the hope is that side will grow to provide more data on consumer behavior for the fast-moving consumer goods FMCG sector. The startup's focus will turn to Appetise Insights, which captures data from consumer behavior on the app to share with fast-moving consumer goods companies such as Fonterra, Tegel, and Farmland Foods. So, Appetise CEO Toby Hilliam says there's an immense opportunity on that side of the business. Until very recently, fast-moving consumer goods brands have made huge business decisions based on claimed data found in U&A, usage and attitude studies, and survey panels. So Appetise Insights has created an accessible, real-time, and reliable data source built with real shopper behavior so businesses can make better informed decisions, he said. By helping Kiwis with all aspects of the dinner time process, from buying to cooking to eating, we're getting an amazing understanding of our shoppers' behavior and the key drivers for making decisions. For Appetise Insights clients like Lee Kum Kee and Fonterra, these insights have been invaluable in developing marketing strategies that get to the heart of what consumers want, allowing them to make the products that their shoppers love. So Hilliam added, the challenge for food manufacturers that 90% of new food products fails. Really? Appetise Insights will help brands understand who, what, and the why behind consumer purchases. Amazing. So while we can point blame at the fast-moving food trends, it also comes back to brands' inability to understand what consumers really want, he said. If we can help businesses get access to better information, we want to see happier shoppers in a more sustainable, fast-moving consumer goods sector. The Appetise CEO said that $4 million will primarily be used to scale globally with a focus on Australia, the United Kingdom, and Asia. For consumers, Appetise will only be better than before. We're pushing forward on the same mission to make it easier for consumers to eat healthy, save money, and reduce the stress of their grocery shop. Okay. All right, let's see if that's achievable. For producers of food in New Zealand and Australia, they're going to have better information of what things their shoppers want to eat. So Icehouse Ventures principal Mason Bleakley said Appetise has its eyes on 2 distinct problems, which are the flip side of the same coin. How consumers plan for dinner and how producers are giving them the stuff these shoppers really want to buy. All right, he said. So with very little initial investment, they have managed to build a company that solves these 2 entrenched problems in a genuine way. The new capital should help Appetise raise the bar yet again to become inseparable from the Australian and New Zealand mealtime. Wow, that's really getting quite close to the food. So OIF investor Oliver Darwin said they had followed co-founders Toby Hilliman and his wife Elise for the last 2 years. Over this time, they have consistently delivered on all of their promises, he said. Great. So not only have they built a fantastic product that addresses a significant pain point for consumers, but the insights they're able to deliver for FMCG brands are incredibly valuable across a range of use cases, and there's something these brands have never had access to before. Wonderful. Alrighty, now we are almost finished with our series of articles here. Let's go to another fundraise. So Amazon for fresh farm produce in Southeast Asia, SECAI MARCHE raises $3.5 million to add AI feature, optimized last mile deliveries. So SECAI MARCHE enables fast food and beverage businesses and retailers to purchase high quality products directly from farmers and fishermen at competitive prices. That's great. And we can see from this article, I took a note here. It would be bring the total funding raised Series A to 3.5 million. Investors include Beyond Next Ventures, Spiral Ventures Asia, Mitsubishi UFJ Capital, Future Food Fund, TSUNEISHI Shoji, Fukuoka, Sonoriku, and Fudusun's co-CEO Toru Yamamoto. The new tranche follows a $1.6 million raise in January 2023 from the Agribusiness Investment and Consultation, as well as Spiral Ventures Asia Fund number 1 and Beyond Next Ventures from a former round. So, with that being said, we have one final article here, which is not very familiar with me, but I will cover it. Belgian startup Hedera-22 raises 2 million euros to accelerate progress for sustainable agriculture. So Hedera-22, a spin-off from the ULIEGE and a pioneer in the development of an intelligent platform for the discovery of new biomolecules and biopesticide activity, announced that it has raised about 2 million euros in funding. This financing, including a capital increase by its shareholders, Ervis, Gesval, Noshak, et Q&E, combined with subsidies from the Walloon region, is part of the ambitious biomolecule discovery project to contribute to the European Farm to Fork project to reduce chemical pesticides by 2030. Hedera-22 was founded in 2015 by a team of scientists, professors at the University of Liège, passionate about the possibilities offered by bioinformatics associated with the understanding of the biomolecular mechanisms of active compound production by soil bacteria. With years, the company specialized in the supply of bioinformatics services, then in the discovery of new biomolecules with biopesticide activity. This transition was marked with the entrance of Noshak and K&E BV, which is Globachem, in the shareholding structure, and with efforts to demonstrate the viability of its technology solutions. So since 2023, Hedera-22 launched the AB Initio project, marking a new stage in its development. So this project is based on the creation of an advanced natural product discovery platform, integrating cutting-edge molecular biology technologies and proprietary predictive bioinformatics tools based on machine learning algorithms. This innovative approach aims to streamline the discovery process while improving the yield, diversity, and maturity of identified compounds. So Valerie Renard, CEO of Hedera-22, commented, the AB Initio platform, the first version of which will be available in early 2026, okay, that's not so soon, enables Hedera-22 to build up a vast library of molecules which will be offered to actors in the bioprotection sector. This initiative paves the way for numerous licensing and partnership opportunities, okay, that's the IP, and offering bioprotection companies innovative, environmentally friendly solutions for crop protection. We are pleased to announce that we have already made significant progress on this project with recent filing of a patent for innovative prediction method. So the 2 million euro funding round will enable Hedera-22 to continue investing in research and development to strengthen its team of experts and further develop its bioinformatics tools with the aim of positioning Hedera-22 as a world leader in the discovery of novel, natural compounds with biopesticidal activity and making a significant contribution to scientific progress in this field. So Eric Brandt, investment manager for Noshak, commented, Noshak is proud to support Hedera-2022 in its ambition to develop new biomolecules. Thanks to its resolutely innovative approach, the company is successfully tackling many of the challenges facing the agro industry. So the AB Initio project is showing impressive results that will be rapidly exploitable. Okay, hopefully by their deadline of 2026, it will be very exploitable. And with that, we are wrapping up our press releases for this week. Given the fact that it's August, less deal flow per week than other months. August is a month where a lot of Europeans just completely disconnect. There was one guy who shared, I think, on X.com a email from a venture capital company, and the guy basically said, I'm going to be out of the office for exactly 1 full calendar year. The guy was taking a full year off from a European VC. That was really interesting. But yeah, most Europeans are completely tuned out for the month of August, and we wish them well in their rest and relaxation. Having said that, the rest of us are continuing to move forward in the world of fundraising, in the world of monitoring venture capital and some private equity. I view Series G as private equity. If you're getting Series G and the check size is, another $400 million, that's a Series G. That's not a, that's a private equity, huge chunk of change. Okay, so we will continue to work hard on our platform. Our database continues to grow every day, but having said that, we're helping a lot of startups right now with their fundraising efforts in a manually intensive and now a AI and tech intensive way to scale their fundraising efforts, get their fundraising done faster, get their fundraising done more efficiently, basically outsourcing their fundraising from a co-founder onto us. It's a real win-win for a lot of the people we've worked with so far. So that's really what I'm trying to focus for Capital. So we do cover blockchain and Web3, but we're really also focused on food and agriculture, aquaculture, and agri-food tech in general. So looking forward to giving you guys some more press releases and some more articles, hopefully next week, in another wonderful episode of Venture Capital Funding This Week. And with that, I wish everybody a wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy your August. Have a good day, and talk again soon.